Welcome to my kitchen. We are going to make some cilantro lime rice right here. It is amazing. We're only going to do 1 cup of rice, but 1 cup of rice can make about 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4 cups of cooked rice, right? It all depends on how much water we use. But so 1 cup is really good. You can make this for lunch and have some for dinner, or make some for dinner and have a little bit more for the next day for maybe breakfast. Do you have rice for breakfast? I do. So what you need is the following items. Yum. If you were here, you could smell how great this cilantro smells. Super fragrant. And the rice is a Jasmine Thai rice, and so that also is super fragrant as well. And we are going to rinse the rice first with the colander. But before that, let me show you 2 other things that we're using. We're using 2 garlic cloves, and we're going to use a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. One time I used a tablespoon, it just blew me out of the water, too salty. A teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of Himalayan salt, right? So I love the pink stuff, but it's not very salty. So if you're using regular table salt, you may have to change the recipe just slightly. So 1 teaspoon of salt, a bunch of cilantro, 1 lime. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of oil, and that is for the sauce. Now, what I'm going to be using to make my rice is this VitaClay pot. This VitaClay pot has a clay pot on the inside. It is super cool. This is what it looks like, the VitaClay pot. So in this pot, we are going to put we are going to put a little bit of oil at the bottom, and then we are going to put this rice that we are going to have rinsed in it, and we're going to push a button here. It's going to sense when it's ready, and it's just going to tell me. It's going to beep, and it's going to tell me it's ready. It is so hands off. It's so cool. So that's for the rice. Another thing that we're going to use for the sauce, for the cilantro part, is a food processor. Now I like this food processor because this food processor, and it's a Cuisinart. I'll explain to you later. I'll put the description on it below in the information below. I like it because when you put in the cilantro, it picks up that cilantro and mixes it properly. When I use the blender like this one, the blades are too high off the bottom, so it doesn't really hit these leaves, and so it doesn't blend properly. Now I love the blender for other things, but for this event, for the cilantro rice, I'm going to use the food processor. So come join me. We're going to have a blast. So we have to rinse our rice first, and so we're going to put our rice in the colander, and then we rinse it until the water that comes out the bottom is practically clear.
That's a long rinse.
Just like that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut this garlic. We're gonna use this with our rice. What I like to do when I cut garlic is to just crush it like that, and it easily removes the skin like that. Isn't that nice? Easy squeezy. Now, they will have a little rough side right here, and you need to take that part off. Not good eats, okay? And then just chop away. It can be a rough chop, and it will, the flavor will just really enhance the rice. So this is 1 clove. The other clove we're gonna use for the cilantro part. Yum. All right, we have the clay pot ready. Let's put in our garlic. We just had the garlic there. It's nice and fine, roughly cut. We are going to put in our teaspoon of salt, Himalayan salt. Here we go. There we go. Throw that baby in. And let's get the rice in there. Here's the rice. We have already rinsed really well, right? So that's 1 cup of rice. And we already put a little bit of oil at the bottom, a tablespoon of oil at the bottom. That's all you need. Then we're going to cover it with the top, like there, and then seal it and start the process. The process will be, there's a setting for rice. I'm just gonna set it for rice, and there you go. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and start our food processor. All right, got that one down. Then I have to put in the blade. As you can see, it kind of cuts. It's really nice. It gets really close to the bottom. It cuts perfectly. And then we're going to put this on top. And we have our cilantro right here. The top right at the top. And we're going to pulse it. There we go. I should have done the garlic before so that it could be nice and fast. Didn't. Okay, the VitaClay has beeped and we are ready. Yay! Saying that it is ready to show its treasure. All right, so here we have to be careful with this clay because everything is clay, a ceramic clay, so it can break. Oh my goodness, the rice looks amazing. Can you tell? Beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. All right, so we're gonna take that and we are going to add the sauce that we made in the blender. This is what cilantro rice looks like. Isn't it beautiful? The color is just so inviting. The green, the flakes of the cilantro in the rice is just amazing. And the smell of the cilantro and the lime just jumps out at you and says, eat me. And the flavor is outstanding, out of this world. I can't stop eating it. This is not a hard dish to make. I'm telling you, with the VitaClay, it took me less than, well, about 20 minutes for the cooking process. And so if you do the sauce while you're doing the rice, all in all, it's about 22, 23 minutes from start to finish. Amazing. You're gonna love it. Your family's gonna love it. Now, someone asked me, why did you put the cilantro and the lime afterwards, after the rice is cooking? Why didn't you put all that in with the rice as it was cooking? I thought that was a great question. The reason why I didn't, and this is based on personal experience, is when you put it in previous, in other words, when you put it in with the rice as it's cooking, it mutes the flavors. I don't know why. You would think that the flavors would then be infused into the rice, but it's not necessarily the case. If you make it afterwards, then mix it with the rice, then it just jumps out at you. The smell, the fragrance, the aroma, it just, I can't tell you. The whole house smells like a glorious kitchen. So I encourage you to make cilantro rice at home. And have the neighbors come over and ask you for more.